Hi, friends. My name is Lisa Schmidt, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to New in the Studio. It is Monday. How is your Monday going? I'm excited because in 4 days we have spring break. Whoop, whoop. Super excited about that. We are going to Maui, so I'm excited about that. Equally excited about that. I showed you a suite on Saturday, and so I want to show you some other things to do with the other part of the suite. So if that makes sense. All right. If you remember, come on down, my honey bun. On Saturday, I made this amazing card. Hi, friends. This amazing card using the stencils that come with this. Okay, so that obviously was gorgeous. So I'm going to set that aside because that's just one part of the suite. So I'm going to show you the paper again. We're going to use some of the paper. One side, except for this one side is all black and white, except for the green. And then one side has the really fun flowers. Just so pretty. So I'm going to make 2 cards tonight. And the first one I'm going to make, let me set that paper aside. The first one I'm going to make is kind of what I would call sort of a simple card, and also letting the designer series paper do the work. So I'm going to start with crushed crushed curry. Okay, crushed curry. The what is it called? Backdrop just fell down. I'm like, what happened? And then I'm going to just a 1/4 inch in, so 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to add just 1 layer of black. So I was going to have Dave look up something for me, but now I'm like, well, maybe. Hey, all right. I just want you to look up and see if that is current. I think it is, but if not, I have something else to use. The ribbon I just gave you. All right. So what I'm going to do is let the designer series paper do all the work. So I'm going to put 1 there, and I'm going to put look at the other side, so pretty, the green here. What's on the other side of that one? Black. And I have 1 little piece of Very Vanilla. Now, when I cut these, I purposely cut them. These are 2 inches, 2 inches, and 1 1/2. But I purposely layer them like this and make sure that I've cut them all the same. Yes. Because otherwise, when I put them on here, I know that they're off. Did I just stick that on? I did just stick that on. Okay, that's all right. I'm going to peel this off. I wanted to put a ribbon on before I stuck it on. So I'm just going to take this off, and we're going to start again. Hi, friends. Let's just go ahead and stick this on. So let's let our designer series paper do most of the work here. I think it goes this way. Is how I'm going to put it on, like that. Great. And probably should stamp first. Just need to take a breath, I think. Yep. Just take a breath and slow down a minute. I'm going to stamp the Thankful for You Friend. And I'm going to stamp it over on, let's see, maybe I'll just stamp it right. I'm trying to think of which I was going to put on it. We'll stamp it right. I'm going to stamp it in the middle, and I'm going to stamp it just in the Memento Black. Always stamp first before you adhere in case you don't like the way it came out. Then you have another option. You can flip it over. Or if it's not straight, let's see what we got. Okay, I'm good with that. And I am so thankful for each and every one of you. I know that sounds maybe hokey, but it is very, very true. So, okay, now I'm going to tuck this under here. There we go. I know. Let's do everything backwards. But I want to set this here and make sure I've got it. Backwards. Right in the middle, yeah. Okay. Well, the other thing I could do is trim that, right? But I'm going to go ahead and adhere my sentiment. It could stick on top for that matter, but I'm going to tuck it under. So I'm going to adhere my sentiment as high as I can go and still see it. And then I'm going to put this on the bottom. Oh, look at that. After I just made that comment about cutting them all evenly. How bizarre. That's okay. Because I actually lined them up and cut them all evenly, but then I'm noticing that they're not even. So I guess I didn't do it as well as I wanted to.
You were in a hurry.
A little bit. So what I was going to do, I'm going to change my mind, but I will show you. I'm going to use this thick, it's not really thick, but this wider, large check ribbon. And I was going to put it here, but now I'm going to put it right there because then it's going to cover that up. So that is where it's going to go. Oh, look at, there's already adhesive on it. How handy. Just kidding. There's not adhesive where I want it. All right, so I'm going to look here, stick that there, and go around, and then I'll tie it a little bit. We'll cut that a little bit lower. A bit lower. There we go. A little bit higher, a little bit, just right. I'm just kidding. It does need to be a little bit higher, and I've got good adhesive, so there we go. Okay, right there, and I've got some checked lines to actually to follow the line. I can follow the lines. Laverne, there were some people this weekend quilting, and I took a picture of a quilt that I think you would like. So Dave has to make sure to send that to you, or me, then you.
Okay.
The one with the teapots. All right. So now I can put that there. I did kind of like it lower, but that's okay. I did want to cover that up. And now I'm questioning my knot because it's going to maybe interfere with the words. I don't think so. I could center, or I think I'll probably center, everything centered. If I had done the words to one side, I would do the knot to the other side, but I think I'm just going to stick that right in the middle. Let's grab a glue dot, glue dot. So it's a pretty simple card. Like I said, letting the designer series paper do the work for me. Any sentiment you want to stick in there would be just great. There. I think it's sweet. I like it. I'm going to show you the other card that actually I took the idea from, and that is this one, which is why I wanted to put that down. This is the narrow or regular check, and then this is what we call the large check ribbon. So yes, this is one of those ones I keep in my box, and then I think, oh, what can I use it for? When I pull it out when I want to find something. I am wondering, but I don't think I'm going, oh yeah, we could put some of these yellow ones on. This also comes in the suite. Put one there, maybe one down here, and a littler one over here. There we go. Well, that makes it all that much better, doesn't it? So there we go. That is my first card. Just mimicking this one because I thought this was really pretty. This one actually opens. Oh yeah, I was thinking it opened up and down, but it opens the same way. All right, so that's my first card. Super simple, super quick and easy. So Dave, we're ready for you, and I'm going to get my second card ready.
Sure. So as you always hear me say, for everything you possibly could need, go to thestamperstudio.com. Once you get there, you will be able to order Stampin' Up! Products like the ones that I put the number for in the chat during our broadcast. You also can sign up for events like Card Cafe. Card Cafe is our in-person event at our Minnetonka studio. The one coming up in April is the next one. It is April 26th. You get to come and make 10 cards, choose 5 designs, make 2 of each. It is a fun, wonderful evening. Sorry, morning, not evening. Wrong thing.
All good.
But I also just want to mention our hosted retreats. Now, April is full for our hosted retreats, but we do have space for May. And I have to say, the group that was there this weekend,
oh my gosh,
never laughed as hard as we did this weekend.
Oh my
we
goodness.
We had a mix of old and new friends, and it was a great time. It was had by all.
Yep.
So wonderful time. Sign up for our hosted retreat. As I said, our April one is sold out, but May 16th to 18th is our May hosted retreat up at the Refuge Little Falls. We take care of your meals, all of your wonderful surroundings that you get to stay in. You get your own dedicated craft space to do whatever you want. That's the other thing. This weekend we had quite the plethora of crafting going on.
Yeah, we did.
We had quilters, we had scrapbookers, we had diamond art, we had Easter decor being created.
Yeah, I was going to say, wood.
We had all sorts of things going on, and that's the beauty. And the nice thing is, one of the people who it was her first time, She was a quilter, and one of the things she wrote in our guest book was how fun it was to have other quilters there to share ideas and make suggestions, and just how wonderful that was. And that's true. You know, no matter what your craft is, if you have a question, you're like, does this look right? You know, there's always plenty of people there to help guide that process. So
that was really fun.
Our May hosted retreat coming up May 16th through the 18th. That is Saturday to Sunday. I mean, Friday to Sunday.
Oh my goodness, Dave.
Right. Friday to Sunday. We also make the offer that you can come on Thursday and register for what we call the bonus night, in which case you come on Thursday, we add on dinner on Thursday and breakfast on Friday, in addition to everything that you already did as a part of your weekend. So couple fun events, and you know what? I just told you all of that, showing you Lisa on the screen.
Oh, I did not know that.
So,
there we go. I thought the other thing was on the screen.
I know, I did too.
Well, there we go.
I switched windows, but didn't switch our views. So
that's okay.
Anyway, the stamperstudio.com for everything you possibly could need. Sign up for one of our upcoming events.
Thanks, Dave. All right. Again, I pulled out of my box. I was looking for a card that really really features the Designer Series paper, because on this one, this Designer Series paper is gorgeous. So I want to use this paper. So the color and I want to use our new ribbon. Let's get rid of the green one. Our new ribbon, which is Fresh Freesia. It's a little, I just want to wind it up, a very thin, velvety ribbon. It's super soft. It is the online exclusive. It is in this suite. Okay. So I'm going to set that up here. So the card I want to make is this one. So when I want to make this one, you take your 8.5 by 11 and cut it in half. Now it depends on how you want this to open. I want it to open, I'm going to set those aside. I want it to open this way first, and then this way. So based on how I fold it is how it's going to open, if that makes sense, because it could be the other way, in which case this would open first, but I want the left side to open first. So let's give that a good score. Okay, I have to, one woman on Saturday who was watching from the refuge said, now I noticed you flipped over your bone folder. Is that something you normally, like, am I using it wrong? I said, no, I had lipstick on one end, so I had to flip it over. Yeah, why is there lipstick on my bone folder, you may ask? Well, sorry, can't tell you. Yeah. All right. So here is my card. So this is 4 1/4, or excuse me, 5 1/4, and this is 4. So it's just our standard sheet. I really want these to get a little bit closer because I don't want, I guess it doesn't matter. That's okay. I'm just going to pull this a little bit, see if I can get a little bit tighter there. And there we go. Probably it's the same. Anyway, so I have so I cut a piece of Designer Series paper at 4 1/4. Nope, 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so here's my 2 pieces of paper, Designer Series paper. And I want to ask you, like, oh, what's different? Well, because this one, I cut it and I was like, oh, great, I'll cut it. Well, now this one does not fit this card. Do you see that? So if you're going to make this card, when you are cutting your Designer Series paper, make sure you pay attention to which way this is and where you want these. So I cut it, this other one is cut this way. And then this one I redid because I really want that Fresh Freesia color, which I'm probably going to end up covering up anyway. But let's go ahead and adhere these right on the edge there, right on those 2 pieces. And okay, we were playing Telestrations. That's what we were laughing so hard at. Oh my goodness. It was insane. Never laughed so hard, I don't think. I could barely catch my breath. So we were going to bring it home, and I'm like, oh no, that needs to stay up there. So we left it there. All right. You're like, why are you playing a game if people are crafting? I don't know. They wanted to take a break, so we played a game. All right. Isn't this paper just so pretty? I just think it is really gorgeous. What do you guys think? All right. Oh, you know what? I need to order catalogs before we leave also.
Yes.
Lots of things to do. Okay. So I love how that just fits together. Inside I am going to put my white, which is why I was trying to get those a little closer together, but that's okay. Okay, now what's going to go on the front? You could just simply stamp a word and put it right there. That's what this one has, a little plant and a hello, but you could just stamp something small. I wanted to layer this, but do you see this? Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. This is the Country Corners dies, and they layer nicely. However, I think this layer is too big. The distance between the here and the layer, it's too wide. I don't want that much. What I really want is like that much. So what I did is I die cut out 2 of the same size, and let's just see if we can make this work a little bit more to what I want. Okay, I'm just looking at these 3 sides, and then I'm going to use this one and do those 3 sides. I think, to me, I like that better. And so that's what this one, I just thought it was too big. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put adhesive on the back of my white and just line this up kind of 3 sides. This side, trying to get the same edge on all 3, same distance, same little edge on all 3 sides. Like that. And then I'm going to put more adhesive on here. And that is going to go 3 sides right there. Yeah. I just like that better. The other thing you could do is just cut down that other one. Oh, good. No adhesive there. Okay. So this is going to sit here. Now, when you attach this, you have to be so careful to only attach one side because you want to be able to open it. So since the left side opens first, I'm going to attach that to the left side so it opens like that. So I'm going to put some adhesive. I'm going to go from here over, just kind of eyeballing so I know where it's going. I'm going to do about 2 strips there. Stick that on in the middle. Yeah, the flower I was aiming for, yep, I covered it up, which is what I realized after I decided all the pieces of what I was going to do. Okay, so this will open like this. It's cute, but I love that the Designer Series paper is doing my work for me. Now, I was trying to decide, what do I want to put on here? Well, I'm going to put the one flower. Did I even show you the stamp set? Probably not, because I was so excited to get started. I wanted to do the hydrangea, but the hydrangea is kind of big. The top part is a little big. So I thought, well, let's use this smaller flower. So I'm going to stamp that one. And then I already die cut it, which normally you stamp, color, and then die cut. But I did not want to have you watching me die cut. But I think that will look really nice there because then it will overlap a little bit. And depending on where that ends up, we'll go ahead and put a word. Word. What is that from that we both did that? I don't know either. So let's go ahead and stamp this. So pretty. It's so pretty. And let's see how close we can get to. There we go. That's just great. And I am going to color the flowers in Fresh Freesia because that is my main color. So Dave, if you wanted to talk for a moment, almost looks pink, but it is Fresh Freesia. And you could always leave it black and white and stamp on a color. That's another option.
So just so you know, we are coming to the end of our annual catalog. If you look on the catalog, it says through April 30th. I can let you know you have a few extra days. You have until May 5th that you can order from our current annual catalog. Now, I would not wait until that late because, as you know, sometimes as we get down to the end, things start to go out of stock. We're going to start to see more and more last chance and things like that. We will try to get those out to you as soon as possible, but it's always a moving target as we do that. But,
and we've not heard it. I don't know what they are yet, so don't think it's coming out right.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
Not this week, but soon. We know it's going to start soon. So just so you know, if there are things in our current annual catalog or the current mini catalog that you're interested in, I would go ahead and get those ordered. But we have an exciting new catalog coming out. There's also some new changes that we will tell you about in upcoming weeks with the ordering and with rewards awards and all sorts of fun stuff coming.
Thanks, Bob.
We will be bringing that to you in the next few weeks as well to get you all prepared for that. So exciting new things happening, always more, always expanding, always new things. So
Mhm.
those are coming soon to a website near you.
My website near you. All right, I'm just about done. I'm going to lay this here and decide on my green. I was going to use Seafoam, but I'm not sure Seafoam is the right color, but
Seafoam's not dark enough.
it's not dark enough. So then I have Mossy Meadow, which I hope is going to be okay because
I think it is.
that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go with it.
I think Mossy Meadow is going to look just wonderful.
Okay, so online exclusives, you've got to check them out because there are so many beautiful and unique and all sorts of different things for you to look at and to check out. La-di-da. Pop in the chat. How was your Monday? How was your Monday? Mine was pretty good. Yeah. Yep, it was pretty good. I was going to say something. I decided not to. Yeah, probably so. But here we go. Almost done. I'm just going to color that stem like that. There we go. Awesome. And if I need to, I could go back and add some after or right now. Okay. Very, very pretty. The other thing I'm just going to say that could be, just looking at this, that could be really fun to do is to actually stamp this one twice, color it, and then you could pop it up. But I think that's very pretty. Let's look at our words. You make a difference. I kind of want just the thanks. I think that would be cute on the side there. Just a little thanks, not and thanks, just thanks. So let's go ahead and put that on the side here, just the thanks. So I didn't stick that down yet, but I don't want the whole thing. So I'm just going to try to ink just the thanks and not that. And make sure my and has nothing on it. I'm going to stamp the little thanks down. I'm trying to write there. Cute. T didn't quite come out, but that's okay. All right. And then I'll pop this lovely on some things. I guess I can't see the comments, but I hope that you are. Oh, there they are.
How's the coffee?
Oh, it's going great. The kid, thank you for asking. The students love it.
For those of you who don't know, Lisa has started a coffee cart business for students. Teachers pre-order their coffee, including espresso drinks, lattes, mochas,
Tea,
hot
coffee,
cocoa,
drip.
tea, all the things.
Yep.
And then twice a week, those get delivered to the teachers. So the students make the drinks, they deliver the drinks. It is a very fun thing called Brewed Awakening.
Brewed Awakening. We should put the that little video on the site there. So people just asked about it. It's going great. Students are loving steaming milk. I did borrow my son's espresso machine so we could do twice as fast. He hasn't asked for it back yet, so I'm not going to say anything. Just kidding. I don't think he needs it right now. Considering it had some dust on it, it's probably fine. All right, so I'm going to put this. I actually just made a mistake. No, I didn't. No, because if my dimensional had gone up here, it would show. Oh, that is really pretty. You know what it needs though? Uh-oh, I have no Stella. That's okay. I would put Wink of Stella on it. But I also want to put this beautiful, darling, adorable, thin velvet ribbon. So I'm going to make a bow with that. Dave's finding that link right now. I suppose you can pop it in the chat, right? Yeah. We had a videographer come. He did such a nice job. He's so good. And it was very fun. So we are still doing it. We will continue through the end of the year. I've got an issue with my bow right there. I'll fix that after.
Hi, Joanne.
Because I want that to be the right way. But okay, that's what I have for you. I don't want to cut it till I fix it, but isn't that pretty? And then you put your inside, just your piece inside to write on. Maybe put a little stamp on it, like a little leaf or something. So pretty. I wasn't sure if I would need a little more green, but I don't, because I could use the die and just die cut out just some more leaves, but I'm good with it the way it is.
Yep,
so there we, oops, this one's from the other day. This one's from today. There we have it. I know one of our friends, she has, I don't know if Cheryl's on, but she has a binder, and in the binder, she puts the instructions and then makes a card, just a quick card, so she can flip through ideas. So for me, I have my favorite cards. There's probably 30 or so, and I keep those in a tin. Then I just flip through, like when I can't think of something to do or want something specific. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I am looking forward to sharing with you again on a Saturday. I hope you have a great week. I hope I have a great week. And I will look forward to seeing you on Saturday. So happy stamping, friends.